Hello students, this is a special video lecture on velocity triangles. After watching this video, you will be able to draw velocity triangles for moving plates. Okay, let's understand. This is our chord plate which is moving with velocity u, and the direction of motion is this. Here the jet is striking the plate. This is the direction of jet, and the velocity of jet is v1. This is the initial condition. Now from this condition we can draw velocity triangles both at inlet and outlet. Let's understand how this is drawn. This is the velocity triangle at inlet, and this is the velocity triangle at outlet. Before drawing velocity triangle, I would like to tell you what velocity triangle is. Velocity triangle is a triangle in which its sides are represented by velocity vectors. Okay, let's take one velocity triangle. This is one velocity triangle. Here, this velocity triangle is at inlet. What are the sides? If this is the velocity triangle, if this becomes the velocity triangle, or we can say this becomes the velocity triangle, each side of this velocity triangle is represented by velocity vectors. This side is represented by v1, this is a velocity. This side is represented by vw1, and this side is represented by vf1. So as per our definition, these three sides are represented by three velocity vectors. Similarly, at the outlet, there is a velocity triangle, and three sides of the triangle are represented by vectors, velocity vectors. So this side is represented by vr2, that is a velocity, that means that is relative velocity, as I have already told you. This is vf2, and this is u2 plus vw2. Okay, so this is how the velocity triangle is represented by the sides of velocity triangles are represented by different velocity vectors. Let's understand how this is drawn. Let's go to the previous figure. This is the figure, and here we have two initial velocities. Here one velocity is the velocity of this one velocity is the velocity of this plate, this chord plate, that is u. Another velocity is the velocity of jet, that is v1. What we do while drawing the velocity triangle, let's draw the velocity triangle for the inlet. While drawing velocity triangle for the inlet, we have to draw a parallel line, or we have to draw a vector which is parallel to. Let's draw. This is parallel to this, and we can write it. We can write here v1, and this u, or the motion of plate, can be represented by drawing a parallel line to that u. This is parallel to this, so this is u. This is v1 and this is u, and we can say, since this is drawn for the inlet, we can take it as u1. That means what I mean to say is u1 is equal to u. Okay. Then we can join these two vectors. After joining these two vectors, this line represents V1 minus U1. And that this V1 minus U1 is a relative velocity, and that is VR1. Okay. Then this V1 has some angle. That angle is alpha. And this V1 has two components. One will be horizontal component, another will be vertical component. So the horizontal component can be drawn from here to here. It will be up to this, and this is VW1, and the vertical component can be drawn here. This is VF1. Okay. So this is our velocity triangle at inlet. Okay. Now let's match this. Let's match this figure with that one. Here you see that figure was placed here. Simply this is V1, this is U1, this is VR1, and the length from here to here is VW1, and this is the velocity, this is the vertical component of V1, that is VF1. I think there should not be any doubt regarding how the velocity triangle at inlet is drawn. Let's go for the velocity triangle at outlet. Let's see how the velocity triangle at outlet is drawn. Here we will see after striking the plate, the jet will move like this. The jet leaves the plate with a relative velocity, and that relative velocity can be, we are denoting that relative velocity as VR2. And again at the outlet, the velocity of plate will be same as the velocity of plate at inlet. That's why here it can be drawn as U2, whereas U2 is equal to U1 is equal to U. That means U2, U1 and U, all three are same. Why all three are same? Because it is moving in a straight line. That's why the velocity at here, at this point, is equal to velocity at this point is equal to velocity at this point. Okay. And the direction here, the direction of U2 will be towards right. Now we can join these two. We can join these two, and its direction will be this one. And this is our V2. This is our V2. Again, this V2 has two components. One is horizontal component, another is vertical component. The vertical component is here, and that is VF2. The horizontal component is here, that is VW2. Okay, so we can draw this. We can draw this in a. We can draw a larger figure. So initially, the jet leaves the plate at a velocity VR2. Then this is the velocity of plate, that is U2. And if we connect these two, it will give V2. Here let's see how it is satisfying. We know V2 is equal to U2, sorry, VR2 is equal to V2 minus U2. So V2 is equal to VR2 plus U2. So this is satisfying because V2 is equal to VR2 plus U2, because this line or this vector gives the result of these two vector addition. Okay, and the vertical component of V2 is VF2, which is drawn like this, VF2, and the horizontal component is VW2. Okay, so this is the velocity triangle. This is the velocity triangle at outlet, and this triangle is placed at the outlet of chord plate like this. Here the same figure is placed here. The same figure we just drew in the last, just placed like this. So this is the velocity triangle at inlet and this is the velocity triangle at outlet. I think there should not be any doubt now on the velocity triangle. Another important thing I would like to say, the significance of this velocity triangle is to calculate force exerted by jet on the chord plate. For the purpose of calculating force exerted on the chord plate, we need to draw velocity triangles. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you.